AITA for refusing to let my parents meet my baby? They disowned me when I married my husband because he's not the same race. Now I'm pregnant and they want back in my life. They haven't apologized and still make comments about my husband. They're telling family I'm keeping their grandchild from them out of spite. I'm 31F and 7 months pregnant with my first child. This should be the happiest time of my life, but my parents are making it a nightmare. I need outside perspective because my extended family is calling me heartless. I'm white. My husband Marcus is black. We met in graduate school 6 years ago and got married 3 years ago. He's kind, successful, hilarious, and the love of my life. He's also someone my parents decided they couldn't accept. When I first started dating Marcus, I didn't tell my parents right away. We'd been together about 4 months when I finally mentioned I was seeing someone. My mom asked the usual questions. What does he do? Where's he from? How did we meet? All normal stuff. Then she asked what his name was. I said Marcus. She asked his last name. I told her. There was a pause. Then she asked, is he black? I should have known from that question where this was going. I said yes. Another pause. Then she said, oh, well, that's interesting. The next family dinner was awkward. My parents were polite to Marcus but distant. After he left, my dad sat me down and said they were concerned that interracial relationships were harder and that I should think carefully about what I was getting into. I told them Marcus was amazing and their concern was actually just racism. My dad said that wasn't fair, that they just wanted me to have an easy life. My mom said they weren't racist, they just preferred I date within our community. I told them that was literally racism. Things got heated. I left angry. Over the next year, my parents' behavior got worse. They'd make comments about Marcus's hair, his family, his culture, always couched in concern or just asking questions. My mom once said she worried about what our children would look like, as if mixed-race children were something to worry about. When Marcus proposed, I was over the moon. When I told my parents, my mom cried, not happy tears. She said, "You're really going to do this? You're going to make this permanent?" I said yes, I was going to marry the man I loved. My dad said they needed time to process. I said there was nothing to process, either they accepted my marriage or they didn't. 2 weeks before the wedding, my dad called. He said they wouldn't be attending, that they couldn't support a marriage they didn't believe in, that they hoped I'd come to my senses but until I did, they needed to distance themselves. My mom sent a letter saying they'd always love me but couldn't watch me make this mistake. That they were praying I'd realize what I was doing before it was too late. I got married without my parents there. My dad didn't walk me down the aisle. My mom wasn't in any photos. It was one of the best days of my life and also one of the most painful. They didn't call after the wedding, didn't send a card, nothing. I tried reaching out a few times in the first year, but they made it clear they'd chosen their racism over their daughter. So I stopped trying. Marcus and I built our life. Without them, his family welcomed me with open arms. His mom treats me like her own daughter. His siblings are my siblings now. We created a family that actually loved and accepted us. For 3 years, I had minimal contact with my parents.